Okay, Algebra 2 students, this is section 4.5 on applying properties of logs and also the change of base theorem. So these three properties that are on the screen here, we went over these in class, and we're going to start applying them, and you're going to practice using these properties. So the first couple problems you're going to have to do with log. You're given actually some information about what log base 10 of 4 is. That's 0.602 approximately, and the log of 12 is about 1.079. So you're going to need to use this information and these properties in order to figure out what the log of 3 is without just typing it into your calculator. Okay? You're going to do this without using the log key on your calculator. All right? So what you're going to want to do, this is a 3. You want to think about, I only know what the log of 4 and the log of 12 are. That's all I have to go with. Okay? So is there any way that I can rewrite 3 using a 12 and a 4? Okay? So this is where you have to be a little bit creative. So if I take 12 and if I divide that by 3, that gives me a 4, does it not? Or excuse me, I want to divide by 4. Sorry, undo. Divide by 4 because I want to get a 3. That gives me a 3. So you know the log of 12 and you know the log of 4. Okay? I can rewrite 3 as 12 divided by 4. Now using this property right here, okay, that tells me when I have a quotient, I can break out my logarithms into 2 logs and subtract. So this is the same as the log base 12 minus the log base 4. Okay? Now I know log of 12 is 1.079 because I was given that. And I'm going to subtract whatever the log of 4 is, which I was given, it's 0.602. And when I do that little bit of math right there, you get 0.477. So that I could figure out what the log of 3 was by using this information right here and not using the log key on my calculator. This is the same idea. Log of 64. Is there any way that I can write 64 like using a 4 or a 12? Okay? So this, like I said, this is where you have to be a little bit creative. So you can play around with a little bit, but to save you some time, I'm going to help you. I'll give you some hints. I'm going to use 4, and 4 times 12 is 48, so that doesn't get me 64. But if I raise 4 to a power, I can get 64, because 4 to the 3rd power is 64. Now I can use this property, okay? If I bring that 3 out in front, then I have 3 times log of 4, okay? I know the log of 4 is 0.602. So if I do that multiplication, I get 1.806. So the log of 64 is 1.806, and you can check that on your calculator if you'd like, but I didn't even have to use my log key. I just used this bit of information here. You're going to have several problems like that in your homework to try to figure out, okay? Then you're going to be asked to do something that says expand. So it's going to ask you to, it's a logarithm, a single logarithm. It's going to ask you to expand it out using those rules. So here's the log of 15x. The product rule says I can take the log of 15 and add it to the log of x. Okay? These two things are the same thing. Okay? You're going to want to have those properties very close by until you have all of them memorized and you know them really well. Okay, same thing here. We're going to expand this. This may take a couple steps. This is the same as log of 3 plus the log of x to the 4th. Okay? But I'm not done because I can still deal with this exponent right here. So log of 3 plus, now this guy can come in front because of that 3rd property. So this would be log of 3 plus 4 times log of x. And this would be this expanded. Okay? One more thing. We've got condensing into 1 logarithm. This should say 1 logarithm. Sorry about that. I'll fix it. Okay, 1 logarithm. Okay. So we've got 2 logarithms here. So this one's actually pretty straightforward. We're adding a logarithm to another logarithm, same base. So you can pull that into one log and say that's the same as the log is 12 times 4, which is the log of 48. So that's condensing, pulling it into one log, okay? Same thing here, and this one's might take me a couple steps. This 5 out here and this 4 out here can come up to the exponent because of the third property. So this is the same as the log of x to the 5th minus the log of y to the 4th. Okay? And this subtraction means we can pull this logarithm into a quotient, so that would look like this. So we're just using those three properties and manipulating them to manipulate some of our problems here, to figure them out. One more thing is change of base, but that's going to be in the next video.